Good morning. This video is for you if you were gone from class when Miss Garrett went over the notes about mean and median. So today's date is March 24th, which is when this was done in class, in case you were out. Okay, so the two things that we are going to focus on today are something called mean and something else called median. So the first page, the front side, we're going to be talking about mean, and then we'll move on to median. Okay, so these are called measures of center. It's kind of like take a bunch of numbers from a set of data and try to find the stuff that's in the middle, okay? And there's a couple different ways you can do that. So the first one, the first way, a measure of center is a way of summarizing the data by providing a central point of data. The mean is a measure of center in which the average of the data is taken. Okay, so in this mathy world, mean basically means take the average, okay? And it can be found by finding the sum. Remember, sum means add everything up. And then dividing by the number of data points. Like if you have 10 numbers that you added up to find the sum, then you're going to take that sum and divide by 10. The mean can be thought of as determining the fair share. Okay. All right. And so down here is a great example because everybody wants their fair share of gumballs. In machine A, if you count them up, there are 11 gumballs. In machine B, there's only 5. And in machine C, there are 8. Well, if we want everybody to get their fair share, everybody kind of wants the same amount of gumballs. So there are 3 machines. So I'm going to I am going to find the sum of all of the data points. So 11 plus 5 plus 8. 11 plus 5 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. How many machines do I have? I have 3. So I'm going to say 24 divided by 3, and I get 8. So the mean here is 8. Everybody should get 8 gumballs if everybody gets their fair share. Okay. All right, let's do some more examples. The list below shows the shoe size for 8 students in Mr. Perdido's class. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go back up to our steps. We are going to find the sum. Sum, remember, means add everything together. Okay, so we've got to add all of these numbers up. That's kind of a long list. So I'm going to group them. 12 and 8, I know is 20. 13 and 12, I know is 25. 9.5 and 10.5 add together to give me 20. 12 and 11 add together to give me 23. Okay, so you can add them all individually if you want. I'm just trying to mentally do what's as easy as possible. 20, 40, 60, 80, 81, 2, 3, 84, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the sum is 88. Again, if you don't like the way I kind of grouped and rearranged, just add them up in a column. 13 plus 12 plus 9.5 plus 10.5. Of course, 9.5 and 10.5 have a decimal. You need to make sure that you pay attention to where that's placed. All right, so adding them all together, I get 88. Now, I need to know how many data points I had. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I am going to take the sum, which is 88, and I'm going to go to step 2, and that's dividing by the number of data points. I just counted it up. We have 8 data points. So 88 is the sum divided by 8 data points. 88 divided by 8, hoping you know your multiplication tables, is 11. So the average shoe size for these 8 students is 11. Number 2, the following data set represents the age of people in line to vote. Okay, once again, you have a bunch of numbers. You can add them up in a long column. You can try to regroup and then add those, whatever you want to do, okay? Let's see. 27 and 52 is 79. 60 and 41 is 101. 33 and 38 is going to be 71. 42 and 57 is going to be 99. 72 and 68 is going to be 140. Okay, so that makes my task a little bit easier. 79 and 101, that's 180. So I'm just going to do 180, which is all the first 4, plus 71, plus 99, plus 140. 1 and 9 is 10. You put down the 0 and you carry the 1. 9 and 7 is 16. Plus 9 is 25. 29. Put down the 9. Carry the 2. 2 and 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. All right. So when I add all the numbers up, my sum is 490. And then in order to get my mean, remember I have to divide what I added together. So take my sum and divide it by the number of data points. So I've got to see how many people were standing in line to vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that should be easy. 49 divided by 10 is just going to give me 40. Sorry, 490 divided by 10 gives me 49. So the mean, the average age of people standing in line to vote was 49. All right, number 3, the following data set represents the number of times the phone rings when callers contact Link Home Cable customer service. All right, so rings 4 times, that happened twice. Rings 5 times, that happened once. Rings 6 times, that happened twice. Rings 7 times, that happened 0 times. Rings 8 times, that happens twice. And rings 9 times, that happens once. So this is a frequency table, and we're going to have to make sense of it. So the number of rings, we had 4 and 4, because that happened twice. We had 5, that only happened once. 6 and 6, because that happened twice. We're not going to list 7 at all, because that did not happen at all. 8, we're going to list twice. And 9, we're going to list once. Okay, so now we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 calls. 2 times it rang 4 times. 1 time it rang 5 times. 2 times it rang 6 times, etc. Okay, so the total number of calls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 calls. All right, so I need to add all of this up. And let me see. What's the easiest way for me to do this? 4 and 6 is 10. 4 and 6 is another 10. 5 and 9 is 14. 8 and 8 is 16. Okay, 10 plus 10 is 20. 34. 44. 50. All right, so the sum is 50. And then how many calls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I've got to take the 50, which is my sum, divided by the number of calls, which is 8. 8 times 6 is 48. Bring down a 0. 8 times 2 is 16. Oops. Bring down another 0. 8 times 5 is 40. So I've passed the decimal, I have no remainder, and I can quit. So my mean, my average number of rings is 6.25. All right, join me on the back.